old. I see my goals, I don't believe in failure, cause I know the smallest voices can make it major. I got my boys with me,
I saw the weird shit in the test so many times, but yeah, there was nothing funky about it.
Fly fishing? Day of brightest fly fishing. How about you?
He's counting. What's your prediction?
A prediction, I need
139.
Okay. That's a good guess.
Look at that. Chicken.
You gotta get that in the video.
Oh, look at that. We got some more over here. Let's check this out. Woohoo! Ooh, those look good. That's all you got?
Yes.
I did not sign an NDA.
Awesome.
Smile. Oh, yeah, this is a great time to go for us. No,
When I was told, I gave him $50.
Thank you. Swiper back here.
are you filming? How's it going?
How many years have you been here?
5. This is number 5? I think number 5.
5. How long have you been at the company?
Since the beginning. I was at the very first.
11 years.
Is it not 11?
Oh yeah. How long have you been here?
11, 10.
I beat you.
Older than me.
Oh, fair enough. You just are all full of smart comebacks today, aren't you? You and your sister. Sassy.
How long have you been at the Charlie Ring?
How what?
How long have you been coming to the Charlie Ring?
This is my first year.
11 years.
This is an experience.
Made them all.
11.
Can I give you something?
Fourth.
You promised me you'll pay a lot of attention and do a good job. I have all of these raffle tickets, and I want you to have them. I am sure. I need you to make sure it's a winner, though. You got to win for it, all right? But they're all yours. Good luck. I have to go. And so everybody else knows golfing. So
So we're gonna get close to $3 grand tonight. So get your 50-50 tickets. That's a lot of money in your pocket. Bye.
Exactly, that's all that matters. Little history about Carly May. I actually took pictures of her when she was a little teeny little one, and she used to come to my studio. She was like my favorite. But these photos, actually, I took. Up there, this one here, I took that. And this event is because of her.
Please. Wow. I know I'm a big presence, like large, in stature. Anyways, we're gonna have a presentation. When Jamie's done, we're gonna have dinner. I'm gonna move it that way so I don't kill anybody anymore.
Thank you.
I'm trying my best here. So, when we get done, here's what we're gonna do. These tables on this side of the walkway will go in first to eat.
First of all, the people in the back, yes, I am standing up. Just saying. I know this is a little high, but I am standing. On behalf of the Carly May Foundation, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for supporting the 11th Carly May Golf Classic. Last month, on May 18th, that was the anniversary of Carly passing. It was 11 years ago that our little Carly made her way to heaven. I want to start by thanking a few people in the organizations that have made tonight happen. These are the sponsors, the premier sponsors. Washworks, Motor City, where are you? Kathy, Christian, where are you? Thank you. 3M, Hydroflex, I don't know who they are. Attaboy. Transcam from Canada, DDMS, Fastenal, the Bassett family, the Salava family, Gene Sweeney, Arcadis, Superior Express, Weston, Allstate Ag Parts, the Fanning family, Bressler, Amory and Ross, Latham and Watkins, Washlink Systems, the Blum family, Bob Plus Jr., John Henry Foster, Pearson Law Group, Manham, Seattle, Ronnie Blundell, FMJ, Forstrom family, Elaine Hunter, Jim Cottsmith, and Tanis. Get through this. Clayton Shireen and Vistage, Children's Therapy, Wear Products, Coldwell Bankers, Don Duffy, Jerry Trulo, of course, Zep Inc., Express Employment Professionals, and Wink. Thank you. They are the ones that make this happen. Our website, our marketing, our accounting. I can't thank them enough. And they have made this an event awesome. I also want to thank the Carly May Foundation, the board. I know Jim and Jen are not here tonight, but they've been on the board from the beginning. And I also want to thank my bride, Maria. I want to thank all of the volunteers that have made this happen. We had almost 30 volunteers throughout the year. If this is your second, please sit. Your third, please sit. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and holy moly, who's here standing at the 11th? Thank you. there's a little snapshot here of the shirts that kind of reflect each year. And anybody that's been here and you have those shirts in your closet, it's kind of cool to reflect. Like, holy cow, that's like in the '80s, maybe the '70s. I don't know. Those first shirts when we first started, it was pretty cool. I want to take a little bit to reflect a little bit why we're here. Here's a little bit about Carly.
Show me your muscles.
That was our little Carly. Carly was only with us for 2 years, 9 months, and 18 days. But in that very short period of time, look how much of an impact she has made. If you look around the room tonight, I know she's looking down upon us and is very proud. I couldn't be more proud. Me and Maria are so blessed to have had her for that very short period of time. And I know that dream for her was hard. And I also know that God wanted her more than us. She's saying thank you for making a difference to children and families around who right now possibly are having the same journey that she had 13 years ago. She'd be 14 this year. And with the support from everybody in this room, we're making a difference to a lot of families and making things a lot easier. Each year we've grown in size. This year we've grown more than we have in every year, hoping we can break that 60,000 mark again. With that said, we've raised at least $250,000 in the past 10 years. I'll get to what the foundation is really doing, and out of the great, including Down syndrome and chronic illness. As you can see from the slide, here are a few of the organizations that we contribute to. The Down Syndrome Foundation. The mission of the camp is to provide summer camp experience for people with medical and special needs, including Down syndrome. And Nick is here. He's very involved in that organization. I think it's next week. Yeah. It's coming.
I think we're ready.
Get there. It's a great organization. The Down Syndrome Association of Minnesota, and their mission is to provide information and support all the families with Down syndrome and in the community. And now I lay me down to sleep, which is an organization that provides remembrance photography, which is something that me and Maria really cherished, because when Carly was at her last moments, having that photography was pretty good. And with that, they support organizations that help parents as they're suffering that loss, and they have that professional photography done at that last moment. The fourth is Jack's Basket. And they're just growing and growing, and they've been really doing a great job. What they do is they celebrate every child that's born with Down syndrome, and they congratulate every one of those families with a gift basket, and it is making a huge difference. And of course, last, but the one that we support the most, is the University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital. It's one of the best children's hospitals in the world. And this year we are partnering with Give 16 and Jason Zucker and his family, and we've decided to donate $100,000 to the hospital for the Jason Zucker suite. So please. So now it's time to introduce 3 people here to help tell the story about where that money is going to go. I'd like Jen Foss, Nick Lindblom, and of course Jason Zucker. Please come up.
I'll make my part quick because I know you're not here to see me. I'm going to stand over here so I don't make the speaker go wonky. I'm Jen Foss. I'm with the University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital. The Carly May Foundation has been such a critical partner of ours for so many years. It was because of the Carly May Foundation that we were actually able to include video conferencing in our hospital. It was their commitment, your commitment, I should say, that really made that possible. And it might not sound like that big of a deal now 10 years later because now we all have it on our phones, but 10 years ago, 12 years ago, video conferencing was kind of this incredibly new, amazing technology that when we tried to get it to work for these guys, got it to work, but it took, I don't know, like 20 people, 20 hours doing things with cables and technology that you wouldn't even imagine. So we are so grateful to them because the work you have all done here has impacted thousands of lives at the University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital. So we opened our hospital, 2011, it's already 7 years ago. And as Jamie said, we're one of the best hospitals in the world. So you are helping kids who need help more than most kids in this country. So as you can see there, we treat children in a lot of our different units. This is going to be on our NICU. You have some triplets there. But we are ranked as one of the best children's hospitals by U.S. News & World Report consistently every year. And we're one of the top 10 hospitals in the country that gets funding from the National Institutes of Health.
With Jason and Carly, we do really cool things and say, do you want to be more involved outside of just spaces? Do you want to be involved in the events that we put on at the hospital as well? And they said, we'll do whatever. So just this last year, during the Super Bowl, which was a really big event in Minnesota this past winter, and it was really fun, we said, let's kind of blow the top off and do something super unique. We did a kids-only press conference. So all the media we had come in for, you can see on the outside edges, we had ESPN, NBC Sports, we had we had everybody there, but they couldn't ask any questions. Only patients and families. So everybody in the middle got to ask the questions. Carly got to moderate it. The questions were fantastic, and the athletes we had in the panels, you can see Mike Oak Jr., Eric Wood from the Buffalo Bills, Michael Floyd, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, and then a surprise visit from Brett Favre. People went nuts. But imagine a child asking, hey Kyle, what's your favorite restaurant? He goes, Taco Bell, and everyone goes, yes, I love you for that. Those are the connections you want to create because you're a human being. And that's what Carly kept asking, like, okay, so what do you do on your days off? And that's what it became about. And so what happens is these partners get more involved and say, I want to do something special for you. I want to give back to these patients and families. You've made an impact on me, and I want to make an impact on them. And so why we're here today is Jason's going to tell you a story about a patient that made an impact on him and what we're doing with Carly May in the space at the hospital. I'm done talking. I could talk for 25 minutes.
Food's cold. My kids are sleeping. It's crazy. First of all, I wanted to say a big thank you to the entire Harris family for everything that they've done for us. This is phenomenal. Thank you very much. 2 things quick. I will not be back next year because he made me look foolish out there on the long drive, and the 2 girls made me buy everything at the silent auction, so I'm done. I'm sorry. But seriously, thank you guys so much. This is phenomenal. Being a Cornerstone partner like you guys are, this is great. And partners like you are what make this space possible and what made Carly and I's dream come true in this wonderful hospital. And we really can't thank you guys enough, so that's phenomenal. So a little backstory on Carly and I, and the reason we got involved with Masonic Children's Hospital is a young boy named Tucker Hellstrom. Tucker Hellstrom was 9 years old, and he had a rare bone cancer called osteosarcoma. And unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago in July. And for me, it was a hospital visit that the team organized. We all stopped by. I was actually with Jared Spurgeon, and that was the first time I met Nick, and worst day of my life, meeting that guy. But they basically said, hey, Jared, Jason, what floor do you guys want to go to, 5 or 6? And said 5. We'll go to 5 and check it out. And Tucker Hellstrom was on the 5th floor. So it was kind of a fate type thing. And we walked into his room, and I've never seen a kid's jaw drop like this in my life. And I guess he was my biggest fan, and I was his hero. And come to find out now, a few years later, Tucker was my hero. And Tucker was waiting with a shirt that he made. It was an orange shirt, which is why everything that you'll see through Tucker is all orange. And on the back it said Zucker with the Z, but the Z was crossed out and it had a T under it. And because he liked that better. Yeah. But Tucker was amazing. We got to know him very well. Carly still keeps in touch with his mom, his dad, his siblings, aunts, uncles, everybody. We've gone to, we stopped by at a Christmas dinner of theirs. So we got very close to the family. They were phenomenal people. And Tucker's name will forever live on with our family in the Kyle Rudolph end zone in the Zucker family suite. And that was basically how we got our start in the hospital. From there, we decided that we wanted to do more. We didn't want to just be involved with the hospital, doing visits and doing some things with the kids, dropping off blankets and things with the wild. We wanted to do something that we could make a legacy of our own and do it.
It shouldn't be this hard because I didn't lose anybody. My son and Carly had the same cardiologist. And we knew each other before then, but we made a connection one day because of it. And my son had, excuse me, sorry. He had, when he was 7 years old, his first open heart surgery. And we were the first people to use the technology that you guys provided. And partly because of that, I've started my own 501(c) and have a Make-A-Wish tournament and do some other things. And we've given a couple dollars to you guys. I don't know, 10 or 20 or something like that. Whatever it is, or more. And we see the advancements all the time that you guys do. He just had 2 years ago in October his second open heart surgery. And we've been to the Mayo. We've been to both children's hospitals. We've been in Kansas City. You guys are number one. Not even top 10. Number one. Child Life Services is a blessing when it comes to kids that are between 0 and 15, because they need something to do. No matter how bad they feel, they need something to do, and you guys provide that. So thank you.